What's going on, guys? We back with another one. So we looking at the portfolio today, the updates that I did, the changes that I made in the portfolio. So let's get right straight into it. Um, so obviously you see from the previous videos, if you watch, I had I had about 8 to 10 holdings, so I cut them loose, and I pretty much say, okay, I had to cut some of Yield Max funds, and I went over to Roundhill, and Roundhill been doing great. So I still have three. I still holding three Yield Max funds, and I'm thinking about cutting Marrow to transition into another fund. But as far as right now, this is what we got going on. We got Coney. I bought some more shares of Coney today, of course. So now that brings us around 494, almost 495. So I bought market buy. I bought 63 shares at $6.30, and then I bought 57.9 shares at 6.27. Um, I probably could buy some more right now too, and see. Let's see what we could do. Spend 32 dollars. Let's do. Let's try again. 230. Hold shares. Let's do limit order. Yeah, limit order. About 5 shares. Extended trading. Okay. So let's see if we could get our shares true today. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, yes, it went through. So now that brings us up to 499 shares now, almost 500. We just bought $30 worth of Connie. Now we got Maro, got 99 shares, almost 100. Market value is 1,578.14 cents. Average cost 17.88. We need to bring that down really. If I'm gonna keep this fun, we need to bring that down actually. Let's see. We down 190, almost $200, and we haven't made back $200 as a year. Whew, sorry guys. We probably only made like 100 or something dollars off of Maro. And we got Tesla. Tesla is one of my favorites too. This fund always did me correct, right? We got 95 shares. Like I say, well, we got 95 shares. Total market value 825 penny. Average cost 791. Um, Total return today. I mean, today's return is $15.23, which is 2%. Total return is $73.33, 9%. And Coney has been doing great, like really great. If we could just add up everything I got from Coney from since April. I mean, not. I'm sorry. I'm saying Coney, but I meant Tesla. TSLY. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna add it up on my I'm gonna do it on my let's see. I'm gonna do the math on my laptop, and then I'm gonna tell you guys how much I made off of Tesla so far. So from April, we had $41.83, and then May 6th, cause April, May, June, July, August, September. Whew, oh, sorry guys, excuse me. Just got off of work, we still work a 9 to 5 too, so, and we investing, so that's great. 0.98, and then we got 25. I remember when I first bought this fund, I had 63 shares, and they was paying out. I was in April 22nd. They paid out they paid out 65 cents per share. Then the next one was 69 shares, and they paid out, let me see. Yeah, it was 50. I've got $52, and they paid out 76 cents, which was crazy. And then they start paying less in June. Yeah, June until October 3rd. They paid out 8 cents in October 3rd, which was kind of dope. So let's get right into how much I already made off of Tesla while it's been up. You know what I mean? I've been having this phone for a very long time. So 26.98, 25.94 plus 21.48 plus 31.14 plus 66.82 plus 18. And I think the weekly is great too, like since they changed it to weekly, because now you get paid faster, and if you use a margin, you can pay your margin down quicker with the $18 with it being weekly pay now. Because at first it was every 4 weeks, which is a month. You know what I mean? In my opinion, is a month, and they say it's every 4 weeks. What? Yeah, it's a month. So far I have made 300. Oh my god, $311.65 off of Coney. I mean Tesla. I keep saying Coney. Tesla. So, and you know what I mean? And plus the $73 that they have right here. So I've been invested in Tesla from when it was, you know, excuse me. I used to be down on the position back in April, and then the market reclaimed itself because of Tesla. But now I added TSLW into the position now from Round Hill, which is leverage. It's a leverage fund. So how the leverage fund work is the regular. If without leverage, it's just 1% up, but with leverage, you go 2% up, and vice versa. If it's going down, leverage 2% down. You know what I mean? So, and plus this fund pays out a lot more than, you know what I mean? So I got rid of IWMY, and I got rid of NVII. I got rid of Tesla itself, the company, to invest some money into TSLW. You know what I mean? Because Round Hill does not cap the gains on the stock, and plus they hold Tesla inside the fund, so it gives you all the gains Tesla is doing. So if Tesla is down, it's gonna be down. If Tesla is gonna be up and keep running up, this gonna run up 2x. You know what I mean? So this gives you more money, and it's cheaper where I'm this not financial advice, but it's cheaper. So this way, I will park my money into, like, you know what I mean. It's a no brainer. It makes more sense to me, and I still got WP, and from the day one I bought into this fund at average cost at $52.27. I didn't even have to add no more money. I didn't reinvest. I didn't reinvest inside the fund. Like the only time I'm going to be reinvesting back into these if it's below the average cost. So at that moment, everything that I get from WP is going to go right straight into margin, and I'm okay with paying the margin down too. And guys, and I have gold IAU. I put $200. No, I put $100 into gold today because I'm holding gold. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hold gold because obviously when the market does buy gold rises. When stuff goes bad around the world, tariff talks and all that, you know, stuff that corrupt the market, gold is the one that rises up. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, not financial advice, but I'm holding gold. I would hold gold too, because you know what I mean. Gold is just it's gonna always run. Like if you look at from time, let's go max. If you look at from time when this fund opened 2005, it was $8.55. So imagine if we was able to, like, in my age, my generation, with millenniums, so born in the 2000. So I was only 4 years. Let's see. No, I was actually 5 years old when this fund opened up, and had no idea about it until now. I'm old, not old, but I'm old enough to handle myself and handle my own situations or whatever. So I'm going to invest into gold. I mean, it's a little pricey, $75 a share, but that's okay. I'm gonna do it. And the next one I'm gonna get to, I'm gonna hold and start buying is silver. I'm gonna start buying silver, and which is way more cheaper than the gold. I think it's like 35 a share or 40 something a share. So I'm gonna start buying gold too. So I mean silver. So the next moment I say I'm gonna buy some more gold, I'm gonna split it in half and put some in silver as well. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah. So if you look at the max, gold has been 2005 January 28, 2005, it was at $8.55. Then ever since, every year gold is running up. Gold is running up. Even in, what's crazy? It barely dipped in 2008. It didn't even dip. It bounced and dip and go and rip. Keep ripping. Okay. 2013 we had a little pullback. I don't know what happened that time, around that time. 2017, 2018, 2019, around pandemic time. Close getting there to pandemic. Boom. Gold is running up. Now 2022, gold did a pullback, ran up some more. 2023, 2024, 2025. Boom. So what this means, so as what I see, okay, what I see about with the gold. So if you start to see gold running up, that means the economy is doing bad. And one way you can tell if the market have like uncertainty in it, you could go to the VIX. See, like we're at 17 now, so we still got a little bit scarce, a little bit. But let's go back to when it was like in April. Boom. So April, the whole market was down and the VIX was up $52, right? That's a 200%, right? So that means we had scares in the market around April. We had all the tariffs talk. We all had China and US going back and forth. this, that, boop, boop, boop. So this one way you can know when you have a little bit of uncertainty in the market. See, like October, around October 10th, we start to rise. So from October 6th, we was down, right? October 10th, we rise. Rise jumped to $21. You know what I mean? Then October 15th, you know what I mean? So after they made their deal and say, okay, everything calmed down, it rolled back down. You know what I mean? So these are the things you just gotta be mindful. You can always watch the VIX and gold will give you, those two will tell you what's going on in the market as what I see. That's my own terminology or research that I saw my own eyes with. And the next thing that I like to watch is SPY. I like watching SPY. See, SPY is currently at 682. Let's go 1 month ago. So SPY, you know, SPY did a pullback. So at these levels right here, we gotta be careful too. I mean, I can't really tell by watching it here, but I have to go on TradingView and watch the chart to see what's going on. But you still gotta be careful, you know what I mean? SPY is the one. SPY is the one that tells you everything what's going on in the market as well too. You know what I mean? Because they hold the top, well, the 7 top companies, the magnificent seven, and they hold all the 500. The rest of the 400 and 92, 93. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, guys, let me just go back to what I was talking about. So a strategy you guys could use to help pay your margin down is um doing a cash secure put. Like I want to show you guys, even though my margin buffer say 11% that I using too much, is because you see I got 2 positions on lift. That's 100%. I got 1 position open on OUST. That's 100%, right? And then the rest of my position, I got 25, 25, 30. You know what I mean? So that what makes your margin percentage down low. You know what I mean? So one strategy that I do to um, generate income, like, cause we all need income. We need to grow our portfolio. We want to grow, right? So on OUST, I did a 29 put, and you see 11.7 sell, right? One sell. So that means that I did a cash secure put to expire on Friday on the 7th this week, right? So I did a 29 put, and for doing that uh option, I got paid $130 up front. So what I did with $130, I paid the margin back already. I already sent it to the margin to bring my margin down. You know what I mean? So this means, okay, let's open. So this means me saying $29. I'm willing to buy 100 shares of OUST at $29 per share. But this morning it was the important thing to watch is the delta. So maybe tomorrow, what I could do is I could roll it down. I could keep the same date, right, and roll it down 28 and a half. So that's one thing I'm gonna have to show you guys too. And but you know when I'm doing my options, I work doing it. You know what I mean? So I wish I could, record a full video of me doing it live so I can show you guys how to, make income, generate income. Like let's do back. So right here, you go to roll position, right? Boom. I'm gonna keep the same date, but you see that it's saying, it's basically saying the position is 185, right? So if I go to 29 and a half, 173. So they're saying I gotta pay them $12, just to, roll my position down so I don't have to pay. So basically out the $129, I'm paying $12. So which is cool because I made 129. Get what I'm saying? But if I was to be like, okay, I don't want to I don't want to pay, I want to get a credit, I would go to the next week. You see the next week premium is higher, right? So now I could say, all right, I could say next week on the 7th, on the 14th, I could go 205 where they credit me $20, right? Or I could say I'm gonna go November 28th. I could go November 28th, saying and do a 28 put with the delta, which is the delta is 0.2997. Boom, 21 days. Time change 21 days. You know what I mean? And collect another credit of $98. So the 130 plus 98, boom. I don't know how much that is, but let's see. One 130 plus 98. Let's do. I'm on the laptop too. So let's do 130 plus 98. $228 for the whole month extra. You can pay that to your margin, right? But just imagine if you have a larger account, right? Let me go back to my same option. Let's do view. If you have a larger account in 1 week, you're having a larger account. Okay. All right. Let's just say we're gonna go safely, right? Let's go safely. Even at 27.5, you have a high premium. You have a high premium because that's probably open. Maybe have a lot of open interest, right? 32% IV. Boom. 27 and a half. Oh, was it 27? Yeah, 27 and a half. You can say, okay, I want to be safe, and look at the bid and ask in between. Now you could be like, okay, I want 1.20. It might say most likely high chance of likely fill or medium. You know what I mean? So you could be like, okay, I have a bigger account. I'm only spending um $2,750. 2750 on this contract, right? Minus the 119 that brings you your max loss at 2600. But don't worry about the max loss because you're not gonna lose that money. So, but I want to just do a full video on the cash secure put instead of just bringing it into my portfolio update. But let's just say you had a larger account. Boom. If you had like, if you had like 20K and you have, what I'm saying, you could put 13K up and collect $600 right there and then. Boom. So if you do $600 a week times 4, right? Let's do that. 600. I'm gonna get off $600 a week times 4 weeks. That's a month. That's $2,400 that you made extra on your $13,000. So now that's 15,400. Easy man. I just had to. I know it in my head, but I just had to add up for you guys. You know what I mean? So I want to teach you guys this strategy. So if you come across this video and watch the full video, let me know in the comments if you want me to teach you how to do this strategy to grow your portfolio and to make passive income. Because once you get the money, you can go ahead and do anything you want with the money. You can go spend it. You can do whatever. You could go buy more stocks with it. You could reinvest it. However you want to do. You can just hold it until you get, grow it up where you could start scaling into two contracts, 3 contracts, 4 contracts, 5. You know what I mean? So, and also if you're watching and you want to learn how to do it seriously, I can give you my list. As you can see, I got 2x leverage CSP. CSP mean cash secure put, and I got my cash secure put stocks that I can give you a free list of these stocks that I got where these big companies are actually using the same stocks. So that's another video I'm gonna save it for. So all I want for you guys to do is give me a like, a comment, and a subscribe, and just share my video with friends and family. I'm just trying to grow my channel bigger. I'm trying to help a lot of people in the world to start investing, taking things into their own hands, own matter. Because the goal is to retire from the 9 to 5, not stay at the 9 to 5. But just imagine if you was making all this money and now you just at the 95 at the 9 to 5 for fun. What I mean. You just using it to pay the bills while you keep this investment money and stacking it. You know what I mean. Of course, pay taxes on the money, but yeah, that's a whole nother video for that. So thanks guys. This Keem, and till we meet, I might drop another video tomorrow again. I will. All right, guys. Peace.